this thing's a pain in the ass. This is. No wonder Mac didn't want to use it. Now this really is pretty veteran group of officials here. I mean.
Still hasn't slid down.
Yeah, James. James, I wouldn't mind seeing you rotate a little bit quicker there, and then Josh, you want to get down free throw line extended when we're in C. Yep. Joey, good call.
Does a good job calling a spot before you can come up to the board.
Guys, that's exactly what we want. That McCann, how that should look. Identify the location of the foul, then get to the table quickly and report the foul. James, we don't want to bail out there. You know, your first couple steps was back towards the other end. We want to stay there and help with the rebounding count. Yeah, pretty good, Josh. Situation where you're rotating at lead, we want to make sure our head is looking at where we're coming from until we get across, and then we're going to change our focus. You were looking across the lane the whole time. One to look at there. Looked like there was pretty significant contact against white 23. And then to sort of exacerbate the point, then we come down and we have contact that was similar or less, and we have an N1 on red. So that's just consistency of officiating. We have similar contact, not adjudicated the same way at each end. Again, James, we want to make sure that we're staying in there, helping on the rebounding action. You, again, had your first step away. We had an offensive rebound. And we really didn't have proper coverage on that rebound. James, you do a good job working onto the floor and trail. Your movements are fluid and look pretty good at trail. Just got to keep working on it. It's obviously very uncomfortable, the two-hand reporting. I would just get in the house and make sure that we get more comfortable with it in front of a mirror. It'll come. So again, when we're handling those subs, we want James, you go ahead and do what you did, bring him in, and then transfer it over to Josh. Josh, I'd like to see you come just a little bit more onto the floor to manage that substitute. James, you have a tendency when you call a foul on a push to put your right arm up and then extend your left arm with one hand like a pushing signal at the same time. We really don't want to do that. Just get your arm up, have a foul, then drop your arm and then indicate your preliminary signal for what you had. It looks a little strange the way you're doing it. You'll see it on the film. Joey, good awareness of the score. I mean, even in a nothing, meaningless camp game, guys, it's always good to take a look at that scoreboard every time we come up and down the floor to make sure the clock's running, that the time's correct, and that the score's correct. Not sure about that one. We're going to have to look at that one on the film, Josh. I'm not sure what you saw. Did you see it?
I think it was more of a push there.
Because he had dribbled it multiple times by the time we called it. Yep.
It's like he should be stepping in more.
Yeah.
Instead of standing. Same thing with
Yeah, Josh. Yeah,
should get a better angle.
Both of our trail and our C on that last play on rebounding, we want to make sure we're moving, where we're active and we're getting in good position to see the action that we should anticipate. So then maybe stepping down and maybe stepping wider, because you guys have primary responsibility on all rebounding plays. Yep. Josh, we want to eliminate the verbiage on the floor. before the shot. Almost all contact occurs on the floor. It has no meaning to an official before the shot. Also, in that play, you came all the way across the lane from lead and got a play with, that was a foul, but the C official had the play. So that's one you at the very least you want to wait on, and probably, frankly, at lead, not get it all. There's a perfect example of where, James, good job holding your whistle. Center official, good job. Joey, good job of getting a foul. It's in your primary, and you took it aggressively. And James, good job not coming with that whistle. If for some reason the C doesn't have it, then you come and get that play. Good job. Could be the world's worst operator. Josh, I'd like to see you step down there. You're primarily responsible for all that action because we don't have a rotation. So let's step down and get in there a step below the free throw line to officiate that action. All right. James, on a play like that where we're going to change our call, obviously it was wrong, you realize that. Just hit your whistle, point the other direction, and say, loudly, red. We'll look at that on film, but it looked like a held ball to me. James again far too deep at trail, bailing on the rebounding action. Josh, your initial starting position at C is a step and a half too high. You want to put the free throw line extended, running right between your legs when you're in C, and you want to work on an arc up and down from there. There's another example of sub-maintenance. We don't need the official across the lane beckoning in substitutes. Joe's aware that there's substitutes there. He's a strong official. Allow him to bring in the substitutes. Joe, you have the division line and behind very well covered there. Josh, there's a play where we want to be aggressive in our primary. You had a hit across the arm right near primary that the lead had to come get. And Joe, I love the cadence of the whistle. It's a late whistle. It's a foul we have to get. I'm not sure what happened there.
It was a kickball. He kicked it out of bounds. He should be taking it out on the side of it.
So we'll talk about that when we go in because we'll look at it on the film. But the spot of the throw-in is going to be determined by what, guys? The spot where the violation occurs, right? Closest to where the ball was. So I'm not really sure what. two different hands when we're pointing a direction. We want to go up. In that case, we want to go up with our arm that's facing the direction in which we're going. Up with our left or up with our right, and we're going to continue to point with that hand. Don't want to use both hands. Looks like a traffic cop if you use both hands. Yeah, let's go up with the arm foul first. On red, so we're going the opposite direction. So what we want to do on that play, James, we want to go up with our arm that we have a foul. No, actually, so we're staying here. You want to go up with your arm and indicate that the ball's going to stay, so we know where the ball's going. Seemed like there was a little confusion there.
The way the ball was more in the corner, it should have been more.
Right.
Over.
Yeah. Good job. Initial position's good. Move to improve. Good rotation. But right there, guys, that's a hand check. He puts two hands on him, then he takes them off, and then he puts them right back on. That's one we've got to get. Yeah, boarding's crisp, looks good. You're obviously very comfortable with that. Just shows with the two-hand thing, James, when we're reporting fouls, it's obviously got you, shook a little because you look very, you lack confidence on foul reporting, and I think it's just because you're not comfortable with two hands because the rest of your reporting at the table looks strong. So just work on that, get in the mirror, get in the house, and improve that. Yeah, made sure we had 10 players. Good job. Joey, great job. Definitely a foul. James, if you're at C, if your free throw line extended there, you're looking right through that play and you have the best look at it. I think you're a little bit high and thus don't have a good look at it and requires the lead to come get it, but that is definitely a foul that we need to get. Again, I'm not sure the film picked it up, but Josh, your first step was back on a rebound. You're way too young and athletic and in good shape. You don't need to cheat, man. These are 16-year-old boys. If you can't beat them back, then we got a problem. When you guys watch the film, watch how Joey stays in position at C and at trail to get rebound action. That's what we want. One official clearly picks up that we're inside of a minute, signals to his partners. I didn't see that. Now we're all aware of it. Okay, good job. Good job. Good patient whistle there. Allow the player to gain the rebound. No need for a whistle on that play. James, you waved it off. What are you waving off?